this day have set upon the
I've lost count of the ways I've tried to shut this down, but the flame never goes out. All the dangers I've faced, I've taken on my own. I've never had reason to doubt, but you've broken through. I've got no defense as you take me over the
Hello everybody and welcome to week 6 of the Rising Major League. This week we are going to be watching University of Virginia versus Central Michigan University. Should be a pretty contested matchup. I'm your color caster for the evening, Lombax Pieboy, and I'm joined by your play-by-play, Kotz. How's it going, buddy?
It's going pretty good, man. We're going to get into these games here just momentarily. We do have UVA and CMU, like you said. I'm really excited to see how these games are going to come out. Hopefully we see some explosive plays, really just some close matches as well. How do you think they're going to go down?
Well, we did see University of Virginia play last week, and they had a pretty strong showing against DNA. So I'm wondering if they can replicate that again this week. They had a pretty clean 2-0 victory last time, so maybe they can accomplish that again.
Yeah, but it does look like we are going to get into the pick and ban phase of our first game of the night. We do have UVA on the blue side and CMU on the red for our first game. That is going to be Rakan getting banned away.
Yeah, and on the blue side here, we do have JC Prestige in the top lane, Hanism in the jungle, IR Timmy in the mid lane, some kid in Inter bringing it in the bot lane.
Yep, and on the red side for CMU, we have Shifron in the top lane, Drew in the jungle, Fate in the middle lane, Empful, and Kisaro. Kisaro, is that how I say it?
Kisaru, yeah.
Kisaru in the bottom lane.
And Victor the ban away there from IR Timmy. As we're going into this banning phase as well, something that I am expecting to be taken away from University of Virginia is the Jarvan for JC Prestige, and I'm hoping they actually don't let it through. We've seen that repeatedly from him in the previous weeks, and JC Prestige has shown up every time he has played it. Superb mastery of the champion.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it before we did get into this game, and that's going to be Xin Zhao as well, getting a banned away from Drew.
Yeah, he seems to be really liking the new Xin Zhao. He's picked it up a bunch in solo queue, and we saw it a couple weeks back when we streamed Central Michigan University. And he did have a really good performance on that as well. It looked a lot better than some of his other junglers that he did end up playing. Zach going to be the final ban to round it out as well.
Sejuani getting covered here, putting Hannah's onto it most likely. And she's just such a strong pick in the jungler right now. We'll have to see what CMU decides to do with this first rotation.
Yeah, they do get 2 picks now, so they can opt to pick something up. They're not going to get to the Zion or Khan bottom lane duo, which is quite strong currently. But they could opt to pick their bottom lane duo right now, pick the best option available to them, and deny it from University of Virginia. They're going to opt for that Lulu and most likely an AD carry with it.
Yeah, Tristana is open. Kallista's open if you want to run that with that as well.
That is true.
There's a lot of very strong bot lanes that they could look for. Lulu just being such a strong champion, as well as the Varus.
Yeah, that actually was put very much on display in the World Championship Finals, both by Samsung Galaxy and somewhat by SKT to a lesser extent. If somebody hadn't flashed in, it might have gone a little bit better. Shots fired.
Yeah. Early.
They're hovering the Jarvan as well there for JC Prestige that we'd mentioned earlier. They're going to lock that in. So he gets put on a comfort pick.
Hovering that Caitlyn now. Of course, that does give a little bit of a range advantage to that Varus Lulu lane and the 90 caliber net to escape Chain of Corruption or something along those lines. Or just really some crowd control if they do want to try and get on top of that Caitlyn.
Yeah, and with the buffs, I believe it was 2 patches ago to Caitlyn as well. She is certainly stronger than she was on Worlds, where she was picked into these more scaling supports with the Ardent Sensor and the scaling ADC similar to Varus, who will go for something like the Guinsoo's Rageblade, give him that better late game damage. It means that you can push him in repeatedly, take towers, and they're not going to really be able to respond to you. And this is a style we've seen from University of Virginia very effectively in the past. Syndra going to be their final pickup in the mid lane as well. What do you pick into that Syndra now that you've seen it? You have this counter pick in the mid lane now.
Definitely not going to be the Vladimir, because that one is going to get banned away as we go into our second rotation of bans. And that'll be Gragas as well getting banned away. Trying to get Drew off of that, get off these tanks. He seems to be playing a decent amount.
Yeah, that is something you have to take into account, as we do have the tournament draft here rather than the solo queue everyone bans at the same time. You have your jungler and support left up for University of Virginia, and the jungler and top lane left up for Central Michigan University. So both those roles can get a little bit pinched as we see the Sona banned away to take away from the support role. And I imagine another jungler ban will come out of University of Virginia. Just pinch that pool from Drew even a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. I really do like that Sona ban, though. Denying that Sona Caitlyn lane, which is just so poke heavy, and could honestly bully that Varus and the Lulu out of lane if it needs to. And just putting up that tower sieging. They're going to deny that. That's going to be the Rek'Sai going to be the final ban for UVA, though.
Yeah, that's started to rise in popularity. I'm not sure how much Drew specifically is playing it, but it is very good at getting onto the back line and getting some damage onto them while still remaining tanky. Trundle will be the pickup, though, most likely going to be in the top lane for Shiffron. That's something we haven't actually mentioned. I don't think he is one of the starters for Central Michigan University, and it doesn't actually look like he is a top lane main anyways. So he's going to be on a role that he might not necessarily be comfortable in, and he's against one of JC Prestige's best champions in Jarvan.
And that will be getting Corki locked down into that Syndra here in the middle lane, trying maybe just to wave clear and put some consistent damage down onto these tanks.
Certainly,
and then the Trundle, really.
Yeah, certainly a lot more roam pressure on that Corki as well. So it means Timmy will be able to get to the side lanes and help them out a bit more. And it actually adds quite a bit of tower taking pressure as well. So that'll go alongside really well with the Caitlyn, who's going to be looking to push these towers down in the early game and get a gold advantage for University of Virginia.
So we do get into our final pick. What do you think CMU needs to pick up here?
Well, you don't really have a whole lot of engage on this team comp. You're relying on a lucky pick. Oh, Echo. Huh. So that could actually be Echo Jungle. It is actually swapped around to Drew. That's actually pretty recent as of this patch, as Echo's passive did get changed so that it deals double the damage to jungle camps. So potentially he will be going for a more bursty style build there. I'm interested to
Yeah,
see how that'll work out.
potentially could go for a bit more bursty style. Echo Jungle is something I've seen this patch become really, really strong. I've seen it play actually a lot in solo queue. But into that Sejuani matchup, how do you think this goes?
You're certainly going to have the little bit of a clear advantage early, I think, so you could potentially get off some earlier ganks. But the issue I'm seeing right now for Central Michigan University is that you're relying on a lot of unreliable crowd control to initiate team fights. Either a stun from Syndra or the ultimate from Varus, and that's really your only way of getting in onto a fight. Or you have to rely on getting a pick on somebody beforehand so that you can actually take that. Whereas University of Virginia has both the Sejuani and Jarvan who can easily get into a fight and start it. Tarek as well has his stun, and then you have things to follow it up, like the Corki rockets as well as his package and the Tarek ultimate to delay. This is something we saw last week as well, where JC Prestige would go in and then you layer the Tarek ultimate on top of it. He takes pretty much no damage and is able to get off multiple spell rotations, deal a lot of damage and crowd control to the other team. So I think their team comp is significantly scarier.
Yeah, and definitely in terms of T fighting, but I think we do have to look at there still is that Trundle split push pressure. You have the Cinder for the wave clear, you have the Varus, you have even that Echo with his Time Winder can clear a non-Baron wave. So can Trundle will he be able to put out the split push pressure this game?
Yeah, exactly. That is going to be where they're going to have the advantage. I think they pretty much need to get an advantage early. You do have the scaling AD carry and Varus, which isn't going to lane as well into the Caitlyn, I don't think. But both the Syndra and the Trundle should be able to get advantages early in their lane, and I'm going to be looking to Drew to get to those lanes, get them ahead so that they can sort of set up a 1-3-1, get advantages like that, and close out the game. Because if it does end up getting to these late game team fights, there's no real way for them to contest University of Virginia.
Yeah, most definitely. University of Virginia looks just a really, really good scaling comp. You, of course, you have Barrier Heal as well getting brought for Tarek, and I believe it's Heal Exhaust on the side of CMU.
Yeah, the heal exhaust I think is kind of necessary out of the bottom lane of MFL and Kissaru. You're going to want that exhaust both to stop any ganks coming in and stop the Caitlyn chasing down the Varus with that additional range. They're going to be able to shove in pretty early with this Tarek Caitlyn lane. They just have the ability to take the trades both with the stun and the additional range that Caitlyn has. So it's going to be just a matter of them surviving, and we might actually see either Dorn Shield or the classic Relic Shield start out of MFL. Just get a little bit more gold onto Kissaru so that they can get to that late game state of the Varus Lulu lane a little bit sooner.
Getting to about 25 seconds left in the spectator delay. Looking at both these comps, knowing both these teams, let's hear your prediction. Who do you think's going to win?
I've got to give it to University of Virginia in this one, just because we've seen such a similar composition from them before, and they've proven time and again that they have the ability to push this early game lead with the Caitlyn, get towers, get a gold lead, and then have that late game scaling for the rest of the team. So I think they have the ability to pull it out. What about you, Cats? Who would you give this to?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to give it to University of Virginia as well. This team composition just looks amazing in terms of engage, of really the laning phase as well. It doesn't really look like they get beat. They have this front line for their Caitlyn, for their Corki. There's consistent damage is there. Where on the side of CMU, they really don't have too much hard engage. They have the Trundle split push, which is going to be the main thing they rely on. And that Trundle is on a sub top laner that doesn't even play top. So looking at it, it really looks like University of Virginia's game.
Yeah, and this is, again, like I said earlier, on Drew. He showed up on the Xin Zhao a couple weeks back, so I'm hoping he can have a similar performance to that where he does become this massive carry for his team. He has opted for the Thunderlords as well in terms of his masteries, so hopefully he can come out with a monster performance, get his team ahead, and then look to close out the game with that advantage that they get. And let's pause at 5 seconds as well.
Alrighty. Haven't even loaded it in yet.
Well, I'm waiting for you then. I'm actually paused at 6 seconds. I made an oopsies.
The client has been a little slow today, it looks like.
No worries. Nothing too crazy in terms of starting items currently, though. Looks like it will be Ancient Coin for both Inderkarnive and Kissaru. One of the changes I'm actually looking to see here, I'm still seeing a lot of supports go for the Ardent Sensor first. The only support I can actually see in our early Ardent Sensor being useful is Taric, actually, because he does have the ability to apply that buff to his full team. The actual gold value that you get from Ardent Sensor is so low now that it doesn't really feel like it's worth it. At full stats, it's about a recurve bow, so to get that early for somebody like a Lulu, I don't think it's really worth it when you could get something like the Redemption or a Mikhail's to help Amphail out and remove crowd control, things like that.
Yeah, I am paused at 6 seconds. We want to go ahead and get started.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, but here we do go. Looks like both sides have pretty average starts. Doran's Blade getting brought for both Amphail and some kid. I'm really not too sure how I feel about that. I feel like a Doran's Shield would have been a lot better for Amphail here.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there, just as they do need to make it through this laning phase. Some kid and Inderkarnive really know how to play this early pushing lane, get every advantage out of it they can, and push down the tower very quickly. So it's going to be difficult for them to survive through this laning phase with the Doran's Blade versus something like the Doran Shield that gives that extra regen.
30 seconds until minions.
Yeah, but of course there still is that Lulu behind him, maybe to get those clutch shields in into those autos, keeping him alive, keeping him in that lane. But looking at the map, we just have a normal 5-point. Nothing really going to go down here at level 1. Really isn't too much crowd control early either for them to look for anything. So it's going to be just a generic start.
Yeah, the only ones that could really look for anything are University of Virginia. And you don't really want to go for a risky play like that when you do have such low crowd control. Just kind of asking to accidentally throw away an early game. It looks like Drew will be starting up at the Raptor camp as well. Or no, he's moving back towards the red buff actually.
Looks like it might be a red buff start there.
I would have actually expected him to start the Raptor buff there, as Echo does have pretty good AoE clear with the Time Winder.
Yeah, but he's going to start over towards that red buff. Both junglers will be, since Bonnie, of course, with very strong in health, or not health, sorry, rather. A decent early clear. And then Echo. Ooh, sorry. With some early trading going down the middle lane, Lord's going to get procced and just back off.
Yeah, Echo's early clear is definitely a lot better now that they've added that buff to him. I still don't think it's necessarily stellar like some of the other more power farming junglers. He doesn't stay as healthy is the one issue.
Shifron going in for a trade on the JC Prestige, but he's actually in that minion wave, and he's actually taking so much damage. He's level 2 as well.
Yeah, and JC Prestige really likes the Grasp of Undying on his Jarvan. It keeps him really healthy in the laning phase with the Corrupting Potion that he usually starts. And he's really made it effective for him as he starts to scale up, because you can see he ends up staying in the lane a lot longer than his lane opponent typically.
You see it paying off there. The Grasp of Undying getting proc, healing up, not really taking too much damage from those minions that did aggro onto him. Just continuing to farm up here in the top lane, 5 to 10, but that wave is shoving in. Dark Spear and Stun going to connect with mid lane for Fate, but not too much damage going to come out of that, and no ability to lift back up.
Jungler's actually trading Raptors camps as well. Bit of an interesting path there from them. Looks like Drew might actually be heading towards the bottom lane as well, but they know he's there. The vision ward that was placed by IR Timmy, I believe.
Amphail and Kissaru playing a bit aggro here on the bottom lane, but they can. They have that poke advantage with the Lulu, the range into the melee support, and Amphail is continuing to trade onto some kid with that hail of arrows, just putting that slowdown onto him and really getting those autos down here early.
Yeah, they must have hit level 2 early down there while we were looking away from the lane, because they had such a huge minion advantage there that there was no real way to trade back. Definitely want to use that Caitlyn's range advantage early to try and get the advantage. So a bit unfortunate from them.
It is, and really, if that Gwen Stooge does come out here early from Info, which of course we expect him to rush it, but if he does get it, and if they are able to punish Sunkit and Cardonic, I feel like this could be a game CMU can win if they get this Varus rolling.
Yeah, definitely if they get the Varus rolling early, I think that's potential. But something we've seen a lot from Sunkit specifically is he likes to wait for his BF sword to start pushing in. Stun does land on a Kisser.
That was a decent amount of damage at 90 caliber net, not going to connect. And the stun, very, very nice from Intercontinent there.
Yeah, this is what they're going to start to look to start doing as well, especially as they do start to get the AD advantage after the recalls start to come in. Some kid able to itemize for the early AD, whereas MFL will have to go for not Righteous Glory. Wins out Rage Blade. And it is just a terrible item to build for pretty much anybody. Kog'Maw, it's not as bad, but the components really aren't great because it's a small amount of attack speed, a little bit of AD, and then AP, which most AD carries actually can't really itemize for. So it makes your laning phase a lot more difficult.
Yeah, Kog'Maw actually is probably one of the only AD carries I think actually benefits all of the AP, which it's the best one. It's 850 gold, and it's next to useless.
Yeah, I think Varus gets like a slight amount out of it, but it really isn't worth a whole lot for him, just because it is so hard to get the stacks early or your passive on the W there.
Yep. But slow and steady game we've had so far. That's going to be the teleport coming out of JC Prestige up to the top lane. That will be actually not advantage, both blowing their teleports there.
Yeah, pretty even in farm as well. JC Prestige has a couple more minions to pick up, so should all pretty much work out.
Both are level 6. There's the pillar continuing to trade the QE combo. The Cataclysm going to come out as well, but he's able to flash away from that one. The ulti from Shyfron keeping his resistances up.
Yeah, that subjugate is pretty huge for Trundle. It makes trading early really difficult, especially if you have no form of lifesteal yet, which JC Prestige does not, other than the Grasp of Undying.
Kasoro may be caught here. The shield's going to go down. The stun will connect as well. He's trying to walk away from that trap. The heal's going to come out, and Handsome is in the bottom window. Spotted out by that ward, and pretty heavy trade early, and a heal coming out from Empel.
And this is one of the fears you do have to play with as Lulu. One of the lowest health and resist supports in the game. So you do have to be very careful with these early trades.
Alright, can we continue to harass with those rockets? Not too much damage here early, as he does only have that Sheen right now.
Yeah, we haven't really commented
tower
on that one as well. It's actually 57 farm to 40 in the mid lane. Kind of gone unbeknownst to us, as IR Timmy has just repeatedly shoved Fate in. Huge advantage for him though. If he can continue to snowball this, he can really start to affect the other lanes when he picks up the package.
You can just see the poke continuing to go down in the middle lane. Shyfron walking up a bit too far for his own liking, going to take a little bit of damage for it.
I'm surprised he actually opted for the exhaust there on Corki, as it's typically the teleport that people will take, as he is pretty mobile. Allows him to sit in a side lane more easily. Stun does land.
Connect. Not too much trading coming out though from some kid, as he's not even close to follow up with an auto attack or a trap.
Yeah, looking at the gold. Stun lands on IR Timmy. Nothing gonna come of it. Looking at the gold, it is 2.2k for both ADCs now, so they're probably gonna look to recall soon, as actually University of Virginia does head back to base, get off a more favorable recall.
He's actually going to engage on. There's the ulti. Alright, Timmy's going to be going forward with the Sheen proc. Going to pick up the first blood. That's the exhaust going down. The flash and barrier from Fate. Not going to be enough to save him.
That was super fast for an early fight as well. I don't think Fate was actually expecting that much damage from IR Timmy, who does actually get the red or blue buff on the back of that as well. So he's going to be able to repeatedly shove in now with that and go back to get a huge item advantage, sitting on Drew actually.
Oh, but Drew's going to be going for it. He's going to be able to finish him off. The parallel convergence is there. Not going to follow it forward, though. Going to blow IR Timmy's flash, though.
Yeah, and that's pretty huge as well for Central Michigan University, because it does give Fate a little bit more safety knowing that his summoner's down, as Timmy's are as well.
Looking at farm across the map, that's 50 to 77 now. Timmy was able to shove that wave in and deny Syndra from it completely. When he had that kill, when he had that first blood, it was a huge wave going into Fate's tower. And
Yeah,
he just was completely missing it.
that wasn't completely accurate either. There was another 6 minion wave that he'd set up and recalled on, so he's actually 83 to 56 at this point. Sitting in the bush.
There he is. He's going to go forward. The trap is going to connect. That's the headshot. Continuing to trade forward. He has a pickaxe and a longsword over here. In the top lane, we got Drew up here. The parallel convergence will not connect. The stun won't come through. And JC Prestige is going to get out of that one.
Yeah, very nice attempt from the bottom lane.
Valkyrie's here. Oh my goodness, that's so much damage to Chain of the Corruption, the flash away, and the ulti coming through. That's going to be the double kill going over to some kid.
Very nice first use of the package there from Timmy. Makes his way down, cuts off their escape. Shifron going in for a trade in top lane as well.
Top lane, he's going in. He has that subjugate available. If he wants to continue going, JC Prestige trying to run. He doesn't have that flash. He has Cataclysm. There's the QE combo. He's going to escape out of that one.
I think if Shifron had fully committed to that and used his subjugate earlier, he might have actually picked up the kill there. Actually trying to shove down this bottom lane tower now as well.
And that should be the first tower over in the bottom lane. University of Virginia is going to pick that one up and give the solo go to the Corki.
And this is exactly what you want. Get these towers down in the early game. You rotate the Caitlyn, probably top lane now actually. Well, I thought it would be it. It looks like JC Prestige is heading towards the middle lane now for some reason. He was originally pathing towards bottom lane. Oh, they're looking for Dragon, I guess, potentially. This is the game they're going to want to play now, though. They have the first tower down, so Caitlyn's going to want to look to move around the map with the Corki and take towers. They're going to grab this early Infernal Drake as well without contest, most likely.
Drew actually might be looking for the contest. It's down to 3k. The Glacial Prison is available, as well as a Cataclysm. The rest of University of Virginia has arrived. That's a teleport coming out from Shifron. The trap is going to get placed onto it immediately. He's going to be going forward. There's the ultimate, the Cosmic Radiance. Oh, the Glacial Prison coming through as well, but that's a 3-man Cataclysm coming out. Siege, a double stun. FL's going to get stunned up. Rosie is going to get chased down. They're turning around. Syndra is going to get engaged. Well, she's so low on the other side of this. One more rocket will finish him up. The auto attack and the rocket finish him. Empel, that's 3-0. Going over to University of Virginia.
Very nice team fight from them, but on the back of that, Drew does manage to pick up the Infernal Drake, so they don't actually get the objective. Shifron might be caught out.
Yeah, Timmy's going forward. I think a flash auto, but he doesn't have flash up. He's continuing with the rocket. There was the large one, and it's not going to be enough to finish him off.
Drew behind them here in the mid lane.
Might look for something, but I don't think there's anything he can do. He's trying to clear out that wave with that Time Winder. There's another wave coming right on in, and even without the wave, they would have been able to finish the tower.
So the only good thing for Central Michigan University out of that was actually that they managed to pick up that dragon. They dropped 3 kills and the mid tower off of that, which means that almost all the outers are down now, and they should be able to pick up that top one pretty easily. Unfortunate that they lost the dragon, but that is exactly what UVA needs to push this lead a little bit more, start snowballing this game, and get them ahead.
Yeah, 3 kills on the Corki, 3 kills on the Caitlyn. Just so much ability for them to snowball right now. Corki has that Trinity Force, has those sword boots. He's going to be doing so much damage right now.
Yeah, actually, just took a look at the gold there. 5.9k, almost 6k for Timmy now, compared to the 3.3k of Fate. He has double the gold value of the enemy mid laner. He's going to be doing so much work now at this point.
And isn't picking up that red buff. Might be rotating towards that top side, hovering for his Caitlyn, and Tarek trying to pick up that tower.
They do have very nice vision control up there for Central Michigan University, so they should be able to avoid getting caught out, but they're going to have to try really hard to defend this turret if they want it.
And he might be caught here. Drew has arrived. That last plant is there, though. Gonna take it to his safety. Actually, Drew might chase him. He has the E4. The Time Liner's there. The Glacial Prison gonna get dodged away with the Chrono Break. But, oh my goodness, Hanism might get caught here as well. Unleash Power still available from Fate.
Yeah, it was looking pretty good there from Drew. He was going in, gets off his full combo, but Timmy responds back much faster with the amount of damage he can put out.
Drew does not have Chrono Break here, and he is hovering towards the top side. You're kind of going to flash out of that one. Knows the chain of corruption could come out from info. I'm just going to get away to safety.
Yeah, he was stuck behind a wall and 3 enemy team members, so didn't really want to be there in the end.
Prestige. There's the subject gate, or no, I don't think it's proc just yet, but he's continuing to auto him down. There's the QA combo. He's going to get himself out of there. IR Timmy, the flash away from Fate. He's going to get himself out of that one, but a bit of a misposition with that package available.
Yeah, I think that actually that flash was probably a bit too early. Whoa, M fell.
Ho, ho, ho. That grab cancel, or animation cancel, getting him so much pressure. Fate is going to engage on here. Drew, with that parallel convergence, it's not going to connect onto him. That Chrono Break isn't available either, so he's going to back off. But Timmy, turning right back around. He's going to flash forward, but the Unleashed Power is coming through. He might have just died for it. Yeah, that's a one for one.
Didn't actually use the exhaust there on the Fate. He might have been able to save himself with it, but that was an ambitious dive from him. He knew Drew was right there. They get the top lane turret in the end. They trade bottom for it now. Shifron starting to come online with this Trundle. JC Prestige really can't lane against him anymore.
JP Prestige really just has to group up for these fights now. Look for the engages with his team.
He does have
His
teleport
available
right now. Shifron doesn't have it.
And he's actually running up. He might not even look for the teleport. That Rift Herald, he's just melting. It's at 3k, 2k. But Drew
gonna look for another steal.
Breaker, is he able to get it? He is able to get it. He's gonna pick it up, but Chrono Break out. He will pick it up, not use that Chrono Breaker to get out, and Kasori is going to get engaged on as well. The stun is going to connect. The Glacial Prison up here, Emful, and that's to prop that heal. The flash is available. He's going to flash over the wall. Handism continuing to try and chase him down, though. The W, not in range. He's going to get away.
Yeah, and that's another misplay there from University of Virginia. We saw this last week from the opposing team. JC Prestige going in.
Oh my goodness, the two-man Cataclysm. Some kid sitting on the other side of that with the Cosmic Radiance, just hitting in the back line. IR Timmy there as well. Hannah's going to try and chase forward. There's the stun, and there's a double kill going over to him. And this could be the inhibitor tower in the middle lane.
Yeah, I'd been saying before that we saw previously last week DNA repeatedly dropped objectives and lost, but UVA showing they know what to do. Getting a massive engage from JC Prestige and Ender Carnot's ultimate there.
By that stun. There's the Chrono Break to try and keep him alive. He actually gets a kill. He still might be out of this one. He's going right back in. I'm not too sure what he's doing, actually. He should drop here. Some kid's going to pick up a kill, but Empo's actually chasing him down. He might be able to do something. Kasori's right behind him. Opting to back off, though. Playing it a bit safe.
Does manage to save the inhibitor there. A little bit overzealous at the end, but does manage to pick up a kill in return for it and stop their push. Drew is really trying hard to keep this game alive for his team.
And trying his hardest, picking up that Infernal Dragon, picking up that Rift Herald as well.
Yeah, and that's something they're going to have to make advantage of as well now. If they can make good use of this Rift Herald, they might be able to swing a little bit of the gold back towards them. Down 11k though at this point. That's a pretty massive deficit for 17 minutes, and it'll be pretty hard for them to come back from that. They're going to need a massive team fight if they want to win this.
Is going to be the Ocean Drake available on the map now. Jarvan is running up towards the top lane. Shifron and JC Prestige, woo, both have teleport up. Maybe we could see another 5v5 team fight here.
Yeah, that's definitely what University of Virginia want to do at this point. They already have the mid inhibitor cracked. They're just going to want to look to take a team fight potentially closer to when Baron starts up. Get that as well. They're trying to grab this Ocean Drake as well. No contest from Central Michigan University.
I'm just going to give that one over. Now, really not much they could do. They do have that mid lane priority, though, and might look for that tower, but not enough. Fate is actually going to get caught. That's the filter for Peacemaker doing a lot of damage. IR Timmy here on the other side of it. Oh, almost getting the kill, but the ultimate gonna get blocked. The Shanism does have that Glacial Prism. The Subject ain't gonna get procced. He's feeling so much resistance. The flash over. Fate is gonna drop in the other side of it. There's the Cosmic Radiance and another ulti. A two-man Cataclysm. The corruption. Shifron gonna go down here as well. That's a triple kill over to IR Timmy.
Rift Herald used on the backside to attempt to delay them. He'll probably get that mid tower. But they're going to get the mid inhibitor for that. I'd take that trade any day if I were them.
Yeah, they're going to send Hanism back just to screw with it, maybe kill it. But that'll be the inhibitor for University of Virginia.
And we're still 45 seconds off of Baron. They're going to have super minions in the mid lane now. This is easy for them to take. Drew might be caught out.
Might be caught out, but he might actually look for the kill. The stun is going to come through. He is not on the right side of the map right now.
Yeah, and he's actually getting collapsed on. Bot lane from University of Virginia. Closing in on him.
IR to me and JC. Oh my goodness, that is so much sheen damage. The exhaust coming through as well. But over in the... Drew is going to drop. There's the flash for JC Prestige getting the kill. This is a 2v4 right now. The Unleash Power going to pick him up. Cinder with that kill, but IR Timmy on the other side of it continuing to poke down. He does so much damage. He's actually going to flash over the combo. He's going to go forward. He might look for the kill. Will he get it? One more auto. No, he will not. But whew, if that wasn't a fight.
So close there. If he'd just gotten that one last ultimate rocket off, he might have been able to pick up that kill. Very nice flash from him, and they do get the tower in the end. So still trading up for them, and they can now look for this Baron. Super Minion's already on the Nexus tower in the mid lane.
Half health already. That Nexus tower is not what you need. She's not trying to clear out this Baron. She's actually going to aggro the Baron with that Hydra.
Well, they already have minions pushing in the bottom and top lane. With the super minions in the mid lane, they can just take this Baron now. There's no real way for Central Michigan University to contest it if they don't want to lose more. Stun just about lands.
It did actually connect, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't cancel us back.
It's a bit
That's
late.
going to be actually getting started here for the University of Virginia. And this is very quickly.
Yeah, and this is partially due to the Ardent Sensor on Inderkarnive. This is why it's so good on Tarek. Drew might be looking to go in.
That is, he has 2 steals this game. Can he look for the third? IR Timmy actually going to go away. Oh, 6K on it. It's still there. He actually gets the Baron. Drew with another steal. He has his ultimate to try and escape. He's going to go right back in, but he's going to get melted real quick. Empful and Drew going to be down, but that's 2 over. Kasori should be dead here as well. IR Timmy, I don't even think they cared that they lost the Baron now, because they should just be able to run down mid and end the game.
Exactly. They might look for the top inhib, though, just to make sure it's a little bit more secure for them. Not a whole lot of time left on MFL or Drew. Death timer's still so low. We're only 21 minutes into this game, but they're looking for their second inhibitor.
21 minutes and 35 seconds in. They might actually look to end positioning really aggro. Yeah, they're going for this tower. IR Timmy's going aggro once again. He does so much damage, but he's walking right into MFL. He has that Winsus. Sheepfront on the other side of it. There's the Cosmic Radiance connected onto all 4 that are still alive.
MFL's free firing.
Ability's insane. MFL in the back. Drew going forward. That's a 2-min parallel convergence. Those are kills. This might be a little bit too greedy from University of Virginia.
Yeah, MFL just sitting on the back line there, getting free damage. Drew misclicks there, I think. I think he would have had that phase dive onto Hanism, but does not take it. Again, with a massive steal from him, gets the Baron, so they have a little bit of an advantage here with this wave clear they'll have. Just doing everything he can. That's the 3rd objective he's taken from University of Virginia.
Drew really putting his carry pants on today. He's praying and hoping to carry his team to victory on this one. So many objectives just actually been stolen by him, but really nothing coming out of it.
Yeah, and some of this is just the massive gold disparity in the mid lane. Fate, 1.5 items to the 3 fully completed items from IR Timmy, who is so insanely massive. Caitlyn as well, pretty big, but MFL has picked up the Gwynsu's Rageblade and the Runan's Hurricane, so he's going to be able to put out a lot of damage in these team fights now, as we saw in the previous one. They've got to make sure they're getting on top of him and getting the kill onto him early, or they're going to lose team fights potentially.
And we did see a little bit in that last fight. Empel was sitting in the back free firing, and he was able to put out so much damage with that Gwynsus, with that Runan's Hurricane.
Exactly. They do have double super minions though, and they're going to be pushing in this bottom lane. Not a whole lot they can do to stop this. They have Baron, but there's just too much damage on these towers from both Caitlyn and Corki.
That tower melts with Caitlyn and Corki right behind it. There's a little bit of wave clear there, but definitely not going to be enough. Shifron has arrived. He has that pillar available. There's so many escapes out of University of Virginia as well.
Yeah, they all, other than Tarek, have the ability to get out of something like that. Parallel convergence on top of them though.
Oh, that stun is going to connect. Chain of Corruption, turn around. The Cosmic Radiance might be able to keep him alive, but that's a double kill actually over for MFL. They might be able to chase this one down. University, with a quadra kill on MFL. Cinder going to take that one away, and that's a TP over in the top lane. An insane fight coming out of them.
This is exactly what I mean. Drew goes in, draws the attention early, and MFL just sits on the back line, gets a fantastic ultimate out, locks the team up. The Cosmic Radiance came down too late to save them, and he just gets to start free firing with this Guinzao's doing tons of damage to the enemy team. MFL coming online, and just at the right time. They're going to pick up a couple turrets and the dragon now to try and even this game up. That was a 10k gold lead. We're down to 3k now. This is a game.
We do have a game on our hands now. What was looking like to be a University of Virginia win just not but a few minutes ago. Looks like it might be a close game. QSS going to get completed there as well for MFL. So even if that Glacial Prison lands, even if a stun from Terra lands, he's still able to get out of it.
Yeah, and this is an adaptation I like, as last week, I believe it was... Who was it? It was the ADC for DNA. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now.
King Georgie.
Yes, thank you. Was having a brain fart there. He actually did not opt for that. He instead went for a Bloodthirster last week on Varus, and that was the completely wrong option. There was no Mikhails either for the Lulu on his team. I'm glad that MFL realizes he's the carry in this game, and he needs to stay alive in these fights if they're going to hope to win this.
Continuing to wave clear here in the middle lane. That double inhibitors, or the inhibitor in the middle lane has respawned. Top lane will be shortly. We'll have to see what University of Virginia decides to do.
Yeah, Baron is quite a ways off as well. Only the top inhibitor is down still, and that should be respawning soon as well. They might have made it to a point where they can take a team fight evenly. Trundle is sitting on 2.5 items now. Fate's still trying to scale up, but MFL has hit these item breakpoints. If he can keep himself safe, Kizaru can keep him safe with the ultimate and the polymorph to keep anybody off of him. Maybe they have a chance at winning this now.
Yep, it looks like they are all hovering towards that bottom side. We gotta remember now, Ron does not have teleport up. He tried to TP top and look for that tower. He wasn't actually even able to get it. And now we're just gonna see University of Virginia rotate between mid and bottom, back and forth.
Yeah, if they can just keep poking this down, they should be able to get it with Caitlyn's additional range. Drew keeps hovering on the side, but it'll be hard to get an engage on them if they play it right.
Top inhibitor has respawned. We have Baron in a minute and 15.
Whoa.
That's a headshot from a 3-item Caitlyn. That's a lot of damage. There's the parallel convergence. He might get some kid caught out. No, he won't. The Cosmic Radiance right away. And they might just look to disengage. Shyfron actually in the front line. He's going to get stunned up. The Chain of the Corruption is there. Continuing to engage. IR to me on the other side. He finishes fate. Some that huge cataclysm. This might be a game. And Bell continuing to do what he can. And IR Timmy's there. Some kid. Parallel convergence. He's actually going to flash away from the face dive. Will follow him through. But that should be the game.
Clean ace there. They should be on the Nexus turrets now. This will be the game for them. Very nice team fight from University of Virginia. Delaying the damage with that Cosmic Radiance. Intercarnide playing that very well. JC Prestige held onto his ultimate, and then he manages to trap both carries with the Cataclysm. And that's how they win the game there. Very nice final team fight from them.
Ending the game, some kid picking up that quadra kill on the Caitlyn. We talked about it, the 3-item Caitlyn. She got online herself and able to pick up that one.
Yeah, very nice from them. That is going to do it for game 1. We are going to have another game here. Hopefully, Central Michigan University can bring it back, make this a game 3 for us. We'll have to see, though, as we head into the next game in a couple moments. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are about to get back into Champion Select here for Game 2 of Central Michigan University versus University of Virginia. University of Virginia taking game number 1 there. Katz, are you excited for game number 2?
I'm definitely excited for game number 2. We saw both ADs actually get quadra kills that game, so close to us. That would have been really hyped to see. But going into game number 2 here, we've seen both these teams kind of back and forth, and I wonder if we'll see a more late game team comp oriented for CMU, because it seems like they can run that properly, and they can get these team fights going.
Yeah, MFL really showing that he has the potential to be that late game carry. I think if they'd had something with potentially a little bit more engage, or even if they'd just gone for a more pure-oriented comp for MFL, they could have done something there and potentially walked away with the win. Hopefully they can pull it out in this game here, make it a game 3. Are in Champion Select now. Rakan and most likely Zaya banned away again by University of Virginia, and Victor and Oriana for Central Michigan University.
Yep, looks like some pretty heavy bans on IR. Timmy in the middle lane. We did see him play Corky last game, and I'm surprised Corky actually getting left open over the Oriana. We did not see Ori banned last game, I don't believe. Is that going to be the final ban?
I'm kind of surprised by the Zac ban as well. I don't think it's necessarily as high a priority as something like the Sejuani, which Hanasm has shown that he is very good on. You could also look to ban away the Jarvan from JC Prestige. Shifron actually dealing with it quite well on Trundle, but it didn't really matter in the end because, as we saw, JC Prestige really has these late game team fights down. They do opt for Sejuani as well, so this is going to be the same thing out of them.
Yeah, I believe those were actually the same first 2 picks we had seen the first game. Jarvan and Sejuani and MFL actually going to be on Caitlyn this game.
Yeah, good takeaway there from some kid. The one thing that I do want to caution, though, is you still have left Kalista open, and that seems to be some kid's secondary pick when Caitlyn is banned away. So he could still opt for that and potentially look to do something similar. Bait hovering the Katarina there. I feel like that wouldn't be the pick in a Jarvan, but it'd be a little spicy out of him. Oh, it is locked in.
It's actually going to do it. That's going to be the Katarina. That's actually very interesting because there's so much crowd control. Yeah, this wow, that is completely blind.
Like, as you said as well, there's so much crowd control. That's a ballsy pick from Fate there.
Alrighty. Hopefully see if that one pops off, and that's going to be Kalista, of course, getting locked in for some kid. We talked about it. That we know it's his secondary pick right after Caitlyn, and if he's able to play aggro lane, he could definitely pop off.
Yeah, they did take away the Taric, though, on the side of Central Michigan University, so Ender Karnive is going to have to pull out another support. Both Lulu and John are still currently open, so you could opt for one of those. Could be something you look to pinch, though, if you're our Central Michigan University in the second ban phase here. Rek'Sai going to be banned away again from Drew. They're leaving that Echo open for him, though. They don't fear it, even though he had a pretty good performance for last game on it, able to steal away all the objectives.
Yeah, Baron getting stolen, Rich Herald's getting stolen, as well as an Infernal Drake. But not fearing his lane pressure, I guess. Not fearing his jungle pressure.
He did have some really nice engages in the late game team fights as well, so hopefully he ends up on something similar. Alistar going to be banned away from Ender Karnive.
Alistar Kalista lane is actually so strong into a Caitlyn as well as a Taric. You can play so aggro.
Yeah, the one thing that I think is still open, which would be really nice, is something like the Blitzcrank or Thresh, which I think work really well with Kalista. Thresh as well with the skin synergy there, matching 2 of Kalista's skins.
We'll have to see if one of those do actually get banned away. No, it'll be the Corky denying it from IR Timmy this time.
That's an understandable ban there. IR Timmy really shown up in the last game. Absolutely dominating Fate, so you definitely want to give him a good laning phase. And it is going to be that Thresh picked up for University of Virginia.
Picking up that Thresh, of course, we have a very, very aggressive aggressive bottom line for University of Virginia. If they're able to get ahead, they can snowball this game completely out of control.
Yeah, jungle and top lane picks left for Central Michigan University. It's going to be the Poppy locked in. That's a very popular one nowadays.
We don't see that, but that actually, if you look at this comp, that denies a lot. Kallista's passive, Sejuani's Q, Jarvan's E. That is a lot of denial.
Yeah, definitely. If she can get in the middle of that team fight, she can really disrupt what Kallista's looking to do. And Lee Sin going to be the pickup in the jungle for Drew. That is an aggressive early game jungler. Hopefully he can show up on this, because if he can, he could potentially get Fate really far ahead. And if they can roam to some of these side lanes, they can come away with a massive advantage early. It's going to be the Syndra locked in as the final pickup for University of Virginia. Aratimi saying, I saw you play that, I know how to do it, and I'm going to show you right here, right now. Going to be up against that Katarina. So these are the team comps locked in here. What are your first thoughts looking at this, Katz?
Looking at this, it looks like we could have another game similar to last. Explosive team fights. We have the Cataract, we have the Leeson, we have the Poppy. We're not going to see as much split pushing this game, I don't think. I think JC Prestige will have a better time top lane as well, because he's not into this Trundle. He's into this Poppy, which really isn't too strong in the meta right now. But, of course, it being pulled out, that's so much denial.
Yeah, you definitely do have the denial on both JC Prestige's laning phase damage and as well in the team fights. And we've seen time and again that JC Prestige can repeatedly land these multi-man knockups. So if you can deny that from him, it means that you have a much better chance in these team fights of getting the ability for MFL and Fate to deal their damage.
Yeah, MFL and Fate. Fate, this game, I feel like he's going to have a rough time. There's so much crowd control on the side of University of Virginia that you have the Sejuani Glacial Prism. You have the Jarvan, just EQ, or Cataclysm. You have Callista Ulti, even.
Yeah, technically
And-
every single member on the team has a
Yeah.
way to stop the ultimate from Fate.
And really, that is just the ultimate counter to a Katarina. So we'll have to see how he plays it.
Yeah, if he can snowball early, I think he has the potential to carry it for his team. But without that additional gold early, I don't think he'll have the damage to burst people down fast enough before his ultimate gets cancelled. He does opt for the exhaust as well, which I think is a little bit interesting. I'd expect an ignite out of him. Look for that early lane dominance against IR Timmy and be able to snowball.
Yep, definitely. And looking at this jungle matchup, it's not something we've seen a lot recently. We haven't seen him a lot I feel like he's been completely out of meta. Tank's more in favor. What are your thoughts about this?
We have seen it some in Worlds from some of the later stages of the tournament. I think it's an alright pickup, but it really depends on how you use it. If you are active in the early game, getting advantages for your team, it can be a fantastic pickup. But comparatively to Sejuani, as this game gets later and later, Drew is going to have a lot of trouble both finding the engages and the ability to actually have a meaningful impact for these team fights, because Sejuani and Jarvan are going to get up in your face. There's the huge damage out of Syndra with the outplay button there. Callista and Thresh are going to be able to jump around these team fights, and if Chiffron can't stop them, they're going to melt through the bottom lane of Emphil and Kissaru.
Yeah, definitely. Emphil and Kisru, but of course, we have that Cosmic Radiance that is there, the invincibility out of his ultimate. And looking at the summoner spells, we have double exhaust on the side of CMU as well.
Yeah, you do have the ability to deny a lot of damage from the Syndra and Callista if you time those properly. If Kissaru can have good ultimates like Inderkarnive has in the previous game, it'll be a huge fight turner, but this is one of the sort of skill discrepancies you really see from Tarek's. When people have put in the work onto Tarek, the timing on the ultimate is so crucial, and it makes such a huge impact in the team fight because you can apply that to your entire team and give them that advantage for that period to both avoid something like huge burst damage or to just get a little bit more time to get those cooldowns back. So if he can have these clutch ultimates, he can be a massive member for the team.
And then near the end of the spectrum, you're like, woo, words are not coming out right today. Who do you think is going to win?
I'm in favor of University of Virginia as well in this one. They showed in the previous game that they have the ability to snowball this early game. Callista's been a big pick for some kid in the previous sets that they've played and that we've casted. So I think he has the ability to come away with a victory here just based off his own prowess on that champion. It's really in the court of, again, Drew, like it was in the previous game, to set the pace of the game and get his laners ahead so that they can contest this pick. All right, pause at 5 seconds.
I'm paused.
3, 2,
Definitely
1.
gonna have to agree with you. I think the University of Virginia can pick up this game. They have this beautiful team comp. I keep looking at it. I just love it so much. You have the front line for some kid and IR Timmy. You have so much engaged out of them. You have this team fighting. And you look at this side of CMU. There's that engaged there. There's that potential to fight, but it's just nowhere near as much as University of Virginia.
And again, this is the ability to layer the crowd control that makes it so strong. The Glacial Prison from Hanism can just be a way to start the fight, or even IR Timmy landing the stun. Just that one bit of crowd control means you have the ability to layer the knockup from JC Prestige, a Cataclysm to keep them locked up, the hook from Intercarnive, some kid using Callista's ultimate. These things that are repeatedly layered on top means that any one person that gets caught out is pretty much guaranteed to be dead.
Yep, and again, looking at level 1, it looks like a standard 5-point, except for the fact you do have some kid and Intercarnive sitting over in that bottom lane. Could look for something on the Caitlyn if she walks a bit more aggressively into the lane.
Something we have seen from a couple of the teams, specifically DNA likes to do it a lot, is they'll push into the tri-bush as the buff spawns, and they will sit there and wait for the bottom lane to walk back out to get additional damage onto them as they come into the lane. So I wonder if they will try and do something like that.
Still chilling over in the bush. Oh, we're gonna have a pause. Looks like some kid had DC'd.
Yeah, hard to get into the tri-bush when you're not actually connected to the game, unfortunately.
Really would be, sometimes you can try and right-clicking, but you're not gonna make it into the bush if you're not in the game.
Hopefully we'll get back into it pretty soon here. Pretty standard item starts from everybody as well. Dark Seal for Fate. Doran's Blades for the AD carries, nobody opting for that Doran shield.
Not even a Relic Shield, but no Arden supports this game, so... Well, yeah, of course you have the Terra Arden, but no Eagle Arden supports this game. As Arden Sensor was nerfed a lot recently, and we haven't been seeing them as much, and it's a lot nicer, honestly, to see these more engaged, these playmaking supports, because you get these support players that make these plays.
Yeah, it definitely adds a lot of skill to the support role rather than just somebody like Soraka, who the real skill is whether you actually manage to get the root from your silence, and there's not a whole lot else other than that. So I do like to see these carry potential supports like the Thresh and Tark who can roam. I just got a massive lag spike, I don't know if you did.
I did as well.
Fight in the top lane.
Engage up here in the top. He's actually tanking minions the other side. That ward is going to get dropped and nothing going to come out of it. Flame not going to connect, but the stun will for Kasu. And X going through. A little bit more damage, but not much.
And the bottom lane, this is going to be a push in early from some kid and Intercarnive. A little bit unexpected again. This stun lands.
He's going forward. That exhaust is available, but so is the flash.
This isn't what I expected out of the mid lane either. Same in the bottom lane. I expected Mfell and Kisseru to get the push in early, but like last game, the enemy bottom lane getting it.
Yeah, I believe some kid and Intercarnive were actually just there early. Drew is here in the middle lane, going to ward hop over the Sonic Wave. Not even going to come out. Oh, it will connect, actually.
No Lee Syndrome there, not going to follow it in under the tower. Is actually pathing towards this top side as well. JC Prestige and Chiffron are fighting. He might be able to pick something up here.
There is a ward over in that tri-bush to spot him out, but of course we do see players tunnel all the time.
It is definitely something that can happen. Is going to be spotted out right now though. JC Prestige will back off.
Fate actually going to be going in. He knows Timmy has turned around, but so are the minions. The Dark Spear is going to get flashed away from, and he's going to use that Shunpo to escape.
Yeah, taking too much minion damage as well there. He does go back in.
The flash forward. The Dark Spear, there's no flash available. One more auto attack. Pick up that kill.
Very nice from him there. Does manage to pick it up with the W. It was a good attempt at the juke from Fate, but just too much damage from the Cinder early.
Yep, 1-0 and 0, and that's a huge mini wave in the middle lane. Going to be crashing into that tower.
And you have to think once that first kill comes in, you blind pick this Katarina. I get another leg spike there as well. Do you want to pause at like 4:15 so we can make sure we're synced?
Sure.
You have to think again, was it worth blind picking this Katarina? You don't really know what you're going to be picking it into, so you leave the option there for IR Timmy to pick a counter that he feels is right for it, and he was in the last game able to do that. And let's go in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we see him. He was on that Corki last game, and he played phenomenal game with like 13, 14 kills, I think.
Yeah, and that was another matchup where he got to counter pick into it, so why would give this option again? Shifron.
He's actually very low on the other side of JC Prestige, but there is the W to try and get out. No, he will not get the kill coming through. He's going to get out of that one.
Playing this matchup very well. Does not have the Trundle this time to sort of abuse that early game advantage you get with the healing. JC Prestige might be able to just walk all over this top lane as he starts to get items now.
There is the teleport coming out from Shifron as well. Right into that mini wave, actually. He's going to take so much damage here already. Not going to pick up that buckler in time.
And some of this could just be down to Shifron not being a top lane main, so he's not actually used to this matchup. Fight in the bottom lane.
In the bottom lane, there's the Flay backwards. Drew has arrived. Death Sentence is available. Sonic Wave will connect him to a minion in the back line. Not going to get followed through.
Yeah, good attempt at a lane gank, but they didn't actually commit to the fight there. Good restraint from Intercarnive and some kid.
Continuing to trade up in the top lane as well as Fate is just getting shoved under his tower and is really not even able to see us. Pushed into the wall, that stun is going to connect. He is there. There is no flash, no exhaust. Fate actually gets the solo kill.
Very nice there. Proving me wrong, I guess, a little bit. Shifron fighting in the top lane.
Going to get engaged on as well. This guy's going to die. The Q is going to get dodged away. The buckler is going to go right back forward. The flash is available. And Shifron, I think, is just going to back off. No, I think I know.
I think he probably could have committed a little bit harder there with Drew coming up, but does opt instead to back off. No teleport available for JC Prestige either here.
There'll be a cannon wave crashing into that tower.
Yeah, will lose out on quite a bit of CS and XP here, so that is a nice push from Shifron. Should manage to pick up some of it on the back end though, as he does buy the boots to get into lane a little bit quicker. So both bottom lanes have recalled now. It looks like it's going to be Berserker's Greaves and a longsword to a BF sword from the Caitlyn. That's a scary lane now for the Kalista. That extra range on MFL going to be huge. And Fate actually set up in the bush now.
Don't think they him walk in, and they can just play aggro. The stun is not going to connect. The lantern's there. He's going to be going forward, but he's not even level 6 yet. They're going to play aggro, put over Peacemaker, not going to connect. Flashing away from that Death Sentence. But Hanism is here, not level 6, does not have Glacial Prison. Not going to connect with the W either, but the Q will. He has reached level 6. He has a Glacial Prison available. Timmy on the other side of it, forward to level 6. Oh my goodness, that's so much damage and he because of the kill. Berserker is going to get stunned up as well. The other side of the fight, we have a teleport coming through. Fate is going to get engaged on. The Glacial Prison connects. Some kid gets another kill. Looking on to Kasori is next. One more auto attack and a Rend will come through. That's a double kill. Continuing to look forward, but Empel is able to get out of it.
A little bit of a crazy team fight as we're actually going into another in the top lane here.
Yeah, Prestige continuing to trade. The Cataclysm is available, but so is the Flash from Shifron. There it is. He's probably going to try and flash away. The Keeper's Verdict actually turning around. Might be looking for the kill. The minions! Got that one.
Very nice from Shifron there. I was questioning his use of the Keeper's Verdict there, just knocking him up, but he gets the stun afterwards as he lands into the Cataclysm wall. If JC Prestige had dropped that wall, he would have picked up the kill there.
Bit of a misplay there. He knows Poppy can stun him into the wall, but doesn't care. But Shifron able to turn it around and pick up the kill.
Yeah, and this fight in the bottom lane was really decided off IR Timmy. He comes down and instantly blows up Drew, who is only level 4 to Hanism's level 6. He's so far behind in XP that he, A, wouldn't have been able to contribute a whole lot, but also dies instantly, so he doesn't get to contribute at all. From there, they managed to pick up the kills on the back end. Hanism making a great Glacial Prison to lock up Fate and then get out.
Looks like we had a slight pause there. We are back into the game now, and Hanism picks up that red buff.
I lagged again.
Yep, I did too.
Are you 834?
Okay, I'm gonna pause at 840.
Alright. It's easier than trying to make sure we're synced up.
Yeah.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Fix your client, Rito.
Woo! I heard Timmy gonna clear out that pink cord, and now he has another. He has that lost chapter. He's doing that Merlinomicon. But on the other side, for Fate, look at the CS. Just
Yeah,
look at
Drew's
this.
here, though.
Drew is here. The Sonic Wave can come out. He is blind, though. He doesn't know Hanim is there, and he should die. No, actually, he's going to turn around. Fate going in with the ulti. Oh my goodness, Hanim might drop here as well. Fate is going to continue to look forward, but JC Prestige has arrived. He does not have Cataclysm, the knockup will land. He's going to flash forward. He's going to pick up the kill. This could be more kills going over. JC Prestige trying to get out. The Cataclysm almost up. He's trying to wait for it. His flash used. Sonic Wave going to connect, and Drew is going to pick that one up.
Look to be a terrible fight for Central Michigan University with Drew going in without the vision there. But Fate just cleaning up the fight, showing great mastery of Katarina there, knows exactly how much damage he can put out, picks up those 2 kills and leaves the third up for Drew to take. Very nice fight from him.
Definitely not something I expected. Now he's got 5 stacks on his Dark Seal as well. Really, I noticed that pickup, so that's a decent amount of ability power as well.
Yeah, and Shifron does have this kill to the 2 deaths of JC Prestige now, pushing a massive wave in. If we take stock of the gold, actually, it's 600 down in the top lane. Hook goes
Stun will
wide.
not connect, nor will the death sentence.
There's a 400, almost 500 gold lead for Kalista in the bottom lane, actually, and another 500 advantage for the Syndra in the mid lane. Jungle pretty even still.
Shifron going really aggro on the JC Prestige here, losing like next to no health for it.
Yeah, this is one of the advantages of Poppy. If you can pick up that shield early in the fights, you do get a huge advantage just from the ability to shield all the return damage from the enemy laner. Huge vision control in this bottom lane for University of Virginia as well. They have 3 pink wards laid out across the river. Scuttle now as well. If Drew's going to look to gank this bottom lane, he's going to have a really tough time trying to get in there.
Right now he is actually over towards that Rift Herald. I don't know if he's actually doing it or not, but...
I think he's on Scuttle Crab.
No, he just took Rift Herald.
Oh. Wow. That's an early Rift Herald though. 11 minutes into the game here. I'm guessing they're going to look to use it in the mid lane, start to open up the map.
Yeah, that's definitely where you want to look to use it. They can look for it. Me does not have flash up. Has that exhaust available though.
And this does mean though that he is going to lose a couple of his camps to the Sejuani. Is spotted out though by the Katarina.
Ooh, Death Sentence not going to connect. Puts over Peacemaker Animation, actually saving him there. Not moving up. Drew going to connect that Sonic Wave as well. Not going to take it in though.
And JC Prestige just waiting for this wave to push in. There's not a whole lot he can do against Shifron right now.
In fact, that wave is actually coming in. I feel like Sheeprod should be trying to freeze it though. He actually might look for a dive here. There's the QE. Oh, actually going to get denied. Turn out, continue to put a bit more damage down.
I've got to agree with you on this point. Drew fails to land the gank in the mid. JC Prestige!
He's going to go in, but the Cataclysm's there. He's going to flash away. Well, bit of aggressive play by him, and Hanism is coming up as well.
Drew is coming up behind him as well. This could turn into a 2v2 potentially. Shifron caught out though.
He knows he's caught out. He's going to try and run. The Glacial Prison is available. Cataclysm is not. But top laners don't have ultis. Drew is here. The Sonic Wave will not connect. Hanism is going to get hit by the slow. Dragon's Rage is available as well as that Glacial Prison. He's going to connect it. JC Prestige going in. Going to get denied. Drew connecting with that Sonic Wave. The Dragon's Rage to finish him off. One more auto attack, turning around with the stun, a bit more damage. Handism gonna flash away from that one, and a 1-for-0 going over to CMU.
They're going to use the Rift Herald in the top lane as well. Fate actually looking to try and find Handism, but going to be just short. They are going to pick up this first blood on the tower here.
Picking that up, but over in the bottom lane, this could be a die. Death Sentence will connect. Cosmic Radiance getting used here early. Here Zero actually going to flash forward. And there is the ulti. Doing not as much damage as you'd like it to. Some kid going to tank this tower. They're playing this dive horribly, honestly. Kazora is going to go down, though. Not in the spot he wanted to be, but Fate in the top lane. That's 2 towers going to him. There's the flash forward. There's the play. The Ignite going down, and he should drop as well. The Ren, some kid going to flash away and get out of it. Going to get that tower eventually.
They do manage to trade the 2 kills in the tower, but 2 picked up in the top lane as well as the kill there onto JC Prestige mean that there's not a whole lot that they get out of this. They blow 5 summoners to get those kills in the bottom lane, and they can't even pick up the dragon on the back of this.
Drew is coming down through the top lane. Even if they did want to go for it, he is full health.
Yeah, I don't think Timmy expected all the damage out of Kisaru. He was on pretty high mana at the start of that, and he just repeatedly uses his abilities to reset his passive and smack down the Syndra. Almost went poorly for them there, but they did manage to pick up the 2 kills in the end. Huge item discrepancy in the top lane as well. The full Righteous Glory and another half an item on top of that for the Poppy. 1k gold lead pretty much.
Yeah, but again, you gotta look over the bottom lane. There's the play of the Ruin King. She is 4-0-0. That is a scary Kalista right now.
Yeah, the kills did go over to the priority member. Fate getting huge damage on Timmy.
Kazori is here in the middle lane. If they do want to look for something aggro, I feel like he might be walking up too far. JC Prestige is here. There's the Catalyst gonna flash away. Kazori looks like he's caught. He should be dead. No flash, nothing else. JC Prestige gonna say, "Gimme this one. I used my ulti," and gonna pick it up for himself.
Yeah, that was the nice part of the Cataclysm there. Although you did trap Fate in, Kisoru was on the outside of it, so there was no way for him to walk around. Stun lands.
Oh, that's so much damage. Timmy gonna pick it up. Flash as well as Fate gonna get himself out of there with a kill.
And they do pick up the dragon on the back end of that as well. So that's 2 kills plus the dragon. Kallista's already pretty ahead. Syndra getting these extra kills is going to be big for them leading into these later stage fights.
Drew trying to farm up, trying to stay relevant in this game, but eventually Sejuani will just outscale him. It's really going to be about if he can make these plays on Kallista, on Syndra to mid lane. Fate takes a bit more damage. Oh.
You do really need to be careful against the Syndra. No ult currently, but her burst damage is quite significant now. Yeah, and that is something that we have to keep track of as this gets into the later stages of the game. Can Drew find the engage onto the Callista of some kid? That is the priority member you have to take down at the start of this fight. Otherwise, you're not going to get another chance most likely unless Fate gets the perfect time to use his ultimate.
Oh, he might go down there. There's a Cosmic Radiance, but he's actually going to go forward. He's going to look for the kill. Death Sentence is going to connect. The wall is there. IR team is pick it up, but the rest of the team is there. Some kid might actually want to look for this. I feel like he could win it if he plays it right, but the keeper's very to push away his teammate. The ulti is not there. He's going forward. The Fate's Call is available, with a Ren not going to be enough damage on the Shifron because he is so tanky.
Still a pretty significant amount of damage out though, and they will get this priority in the mid lane. 4 members grouping up now. They're all healthier than their counterparts. I guess Ender Carnive not so much, but no mana on Kisaru to really do much in the ultimate down.
Here's Drew back here. He does have that Dragon's Rage available. He's looking for the play. He's not going to be able to get it. 1 HP. That's a 3-man Cataclysm. Some kid autoing the other side of this fight. That's 2. That's a double lockup. Oh my goodness. It's just falling apart for CMU.
Good attempt from Drew to get the engage there, but he didn't expect that return damage. Ends up having to use the flash to get out after following that Q in. The Cataclysm afterwards traps 3 people in, and there's no real way for them to get out. Very nice fight from University of Virginia, and they're going to pick up 2 towers now.
That entire fight, I heard Timmy wasn't even there. That was, what, a 4v5?
No, it was 4v4, as Fate was dead as well.
Oh, right. The 4 Virginia picking that one up. 5-0 and 4 on the Callista, and of course 0-0 and 10 on Ender Carnive.
And they do actually have a 6k gold lead now as well. Baron coming up pretty soon. They could look to take that as it spawns. You do have fantastic secure potential with the Rend on Callista, who is now 5-0 and 4. Taking stock of her gold, it's 7.7k to 5.6 of Caitlyn. Drew.
Gonna continue to trade here.
MFL.
Oh no, he's gone, but so should I, Timmy B. Trying to kite it away. The exhaust coming through. The stun gonna land, but it's not gonna matter. And Drew gonna try and chase down Pianism. The Lantern coming out from Indercarnive, gonna take him to safety.
That was a good attempt from IR Timmy to avoid Fate's damage, but just too much on the side of the Katarina there.
But so much on the side of IR Timmy. I feel bad for Emfo this game. He's 0-4-0, and I think 3 of his best are...
Yeah, at this point you can't really walk up to the Syndra, because if she does land anything, her ultimate's going to be enough damage to kill the Caitlyn.
Drew and Shyfron up here in the top side of the jungle. Callista, of course, has that Ruins Hurricane finish, so insane team fight pressure right now. And Indercarnive actually going to push into the wall here. Shyfron might be caught out here. Drew over the wall, not going to connect with the Sonic Wave. There he is. So much damage going down, but there's the Keeper's Verdict, going to push to him away. Some kid might try and chase forward, but nope, going to turn around to the ward.
Does know that Drew's there, so wants to be a little bit careful. Drew's still just sitting over this wall looking for something. Baron is up in 37 seconds now. Central Michigan University.
Down there.
Oh, did connect, but nothing ended up coming of it. So we're in a slight lull at this point in the game. Both teams sort of setting up around the mid lane here. I'd like to see University of Virginia use the control wards in their inventory, push into that Baron River, drop those wards, and get some vision control there. If you can do that, you have the gold advantage. You force Central Michigan University to face check you and take a team fight that is disadvantage.
It looks like they are all running up towards this top side, and Shifran knows, CMU knows now, but I don't think they're going to be there in time. But on the other side, he is a bit tanky. There's the ultimate. The stun is going to come through. I take it back. Some kid is going to pick that one up.
And they'll get this top lane turret as well. Fight might be
great. Gonna connect. That might be a fight. Cataclysm gonna put Fate on the other side of it. But oh my goodness, the Cosmic Radiance keeping alive for so long. With the Ren coming through, Drew is gonna get the kill on the Callista. The other side of the fight, he's so low. He should drop here. The minions are there. That's a triple kill for Indercarnive. Can he get the quadra? He's gonna flash forward, but no, the flash away from MFL. That's the ace coming through.
That hook lands, and I think that's a quadra kill for the support there.
Going from 0-0-10 to 3-0-10.
Yeah, very nice fight.
Indercarnive this game.
There. They do manage to pick up some kid, but the return damage from the rest of the team is too much. Teleport in from Shifron. Don't know if he can actually stop this Baron.
I really don't think there's much possibility.
He does have the Keeper's Verdict.
They're all just gonna, the death sentence connects, and they just instantly turn onto him. There he goes, he's gonna drop, but I don't think they'll be able to do this Baron down now.
No, they do have to recall and reset, but they already have a little bit of vision control there. If Central Michigan University can't get into the river right now to clear that vision, then they're not going to be able to check it now that Callista's up.
They are running over towards that Ocean Dragon, though. Looking for your vision around that.
I'd much rather trade a Baron for the Ocean Drake than an Ocean Drake for the Baron, personally.
Personally, I think might be everyone, but, you know, personally, I'm going to have to agree with you.
If it was third Ocean Drake, maybe I'd consider it based on the state of the game.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I really wouldn't consider that. I think Baron feels so much stronger.
Oh, Kissaru.
It's not going to connect. The Ren coming through? Yep, that's going to be some kid picking that one up. And Drew should be dying on the other side of this. No, he's not. He's going to escape away with that W.
Does look for the steal again, but couldn't quite replicate his echo play from the previous game there. Is going to
might be caught here.
No, does manage to get away in the end. They're just pushing in the lanes here. They could back off to the Baron at any time they want now. They already have the vision control set up.
On the top side, though, we have Shyfron trying to push out top, trying to make pressure.
Yeah, the lack of
start channeling his back. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Oh, he's alive just barely.
Yeah, that is such low health there, but the ultimate is now down for a little bit on IR Timmy, so you get a bit of that safety. They pick up the bottom lane turret for that, though. They are pretty much down to just the inhib towers. Now you really need to start looking at that Baron if you want to find the towers. Chiffron, Righteous Glory.
From MFL as well. Oh, he actually stopped some kid. He should be able to push him back. There's the Keeper's Verdict. He's going to push him actually right into it. Caitlyn trapped there. But he's still alive in the other side's fight. The Maw is... It's going to get blown. And Fate has arrived to the fight. He's turning, he's spinning, and he could look for something. Glacial Prison will not connect, and a reset is going to come through. But Syndra has arrived. The exhaust is going down with her. Might go down. The ultimate coming through. Going to get blocked with the splash and knock up into the wall. Some kid is trying to kite, trying to keep Fate alive. The knockup coming through. That's a 3-man knockup for Intercar Knife. They might try to turn around and look for something, but no. On the other side, Drew picks up the kill on the Some Kid, and CMU look to turn around this game.
Yeah, they do manage to pick up the 4 for 3 there. Is in favor of them, but unfortunately they do lose that first tower on the outside. They do get the push advantage here now and might be able to equalize it, though.
Could be their third tower of the game here in the bottom lane. A huge top wave as well crashing in. JC Prestige is going to pick that one up.
Yeah, a bit of a sloppy fight in general. It was a super nice knockback onto some kid, but nobody followed that up once Drew actually had knocked him into the team. They only managed to pick him up on the back end because Drew finally finds his way around onto him.
Yeah, Shyfron actually pushes him right into a Caitlyn trap. Into the Dragon's Rage coming out from Drew. But it's not enough to kill him, and he's able to put a little bit of DPS out before he dies.
Yeah, he is looking to pick up the finished Maw Malmortius soon as well, and that's going to be huge for him as he will get that lifeline when he gets the shield. The additional lifesteal and tankiness he'll get from that will be pretty big, especially against Fate, who is on his second completed item now.
Are looking for that vision control around the bear now, but you gotta remember, Syndra is bottom lane right now. She does not have teleport. Intercarnine looks to be caught out. They're going forward onto him. Some kid has arrived, and that's just going to be a splash.
Yeah, and there's no way for Syndra to join this fight. Their vision control drops completely at this point. A little bit of a misplay from them. They're up 8k gold. This should be in favor of them if they want it. As long as some kid doesn't get knocked back the same way he did previously, they can win the team fight.
Syndra is on the way now, and they are just looking for this mid priority. They're not really caring too much about the Baron.
They do manage to get all the waves pushing for them, though, so that is a huge advantage for them. Central Michigan University needs to fall back now and respond to the pushes from University of Virginia, so they'll give up their vision control now.
The UVA looking to clear. Ooh, that's so much damage. Not much MR being built from Shifron here.
Yeah, not a whole lot yet, especially with that Giant's belt. It doesn't look like he'll be getting any soon. They are going to try and find their way into the river now as well. Hannah's them standing guard.
Contesting vision. Continuing to contest vision back and forth, looking for picks. Intercar Knife.
They can't actually start it now, though, is the big issue because of that Scuttle Ward.
Ooh, but the stun is going to connect. That's a lot of damage coming through. W getting procced. Trying to run away from that one. The QE is going to connect. Waited it out. The Unleashed Power. The Cataclysm going to pick up the kill. But Drew and Kisori are there. The Glacial Prison connects on the Drew. The Cosmic Radiance hasn't even come through. And it's not even going to get finished. Drew just barely alive, but he should drop here in the end. Fate is trying to run. Timmy picking it up. And Empel is the last one standing. Not the last one standing. Drew actually got out of it. The last one standing with a decent health bar.
They might potentially be able to end the game here. Only MFL and Drew up. There's 20 seconds on Shifron, another 30 on Fate. This will be difficult for them to end here potentially with this small of a minion wave, but they're going to look to try and do it.
I think they can. There's not enough wave clear. Hannah's him right onto MFL. He's kiting back into his tower. The heal is going to get blown. Drew connect that Sonic Wave. The hook will not connect. Going to ward hop away, but it's not going to be enough. Interconnive with another kill. 6-1 and 13.
Shifron misses the Keeper Verdict.
Push him away. A stun is going to connect.
They're just going to back off here.
They're going to back home.
I think if they'd dropped back to the bottom inhibitor instead of going for that Nexus push, you get 2 inhibitors rather than that. You had the wave there, you could have gone for that instead of the Nexus. Overall, the team fight definitely in favor of UVA there. Really nice from JC Prestige, managing to hold off on his cooldowns until the Steadfast Presence drops from Shifron, and that gives him the way in both onto Fate and Shifron.
It's more than enough dragons. But I think that priority will be towards the Baron. As CMU just continuing to try and contest this vision.
Yeah, they do get a little advantage now, but if they can get the waves pushing for them again, UVA can just do the same thing they did last time, choke out the vision, and there's no way for them to respond to it. Third Ocean Drake is up again, though. If you can get that for UVA, it's going to be almost impossible for CMU to come back. All you need to do is take small skirmishes and back off, and you're instantly to full health, while CMU is down health. So you can take advantageous fights after that. It basically makes sieging risk-free.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to have another pause, sport lagging just a little bit, but we will be getting right back on into the action. CMU and University of Virginia.
Please no Lagarino Rito.
Woo!
They are already clearing the vision out as well. Bottom lane push.
They are able to
the
pick
lag.
up this Scuttle Crab. I feel like they could just rush this Baron. Can you pause at 240?
Yeah, that was massive.
Oh wait, I went a second early. 241. 41.
We are paused now. 3, 2, 1, go. Chiffron might be cut out. Actually, flash is
flash over. What? The fast presence, the stun connects, and Drew is going to push that Dragon's Rage back, but he didn't push on the right way. Chiffron's going to be going for it. The Cosmic Radiance is there. He actually does a decent amount of damage to some kid. He's trying to kite away from this one, but the Ren is going to be more than enough on the other side of this fight. JC Prestige is huge. He has the Gargoyle Stone Plate. There's the QE combo into the death. That's a double kill. The triple kill actually from some kid. Might look for that quadra kill. M-Full, last one standing, and this should be the game? Maybe the game.
Yeah,
Actually,
there's only one
should be the
turret
game.
left. Hanazim can just tank the tower to keep this minion alive. They're going to melt the turret extremely quickly with Ayartimi and some kid's damage. This should be the game here for University of Virginia, picking up the 2-0 against Central Michigan University and winning the series.
M-Full not even coming out of the base, knows it's over, and that will be the game. Congratulations to them, 29 minutes and 36 seconds in.
Another monstrous performance from some kid there, showing again why you just don't give him Callista. Every time he's gotten it, he's won the game before 30 minutes, just coming out with this massive performance. He's able to dodge all the crowd control every single team fight. The only time they actually really managed to get him into the team is when they got him knocked back onto a Caitlyn trap, which gave Drew the chance to use the Dragon's Rage to kick him back in.
Yeah, but that will be the game. UVA with a pretty nice 2-0 over CMU.
Yeah, very well played by them. We do have a sponsored video as well.
Woohoo.
From our sponsor, Plays.tv. Let me just pull that up here. So, fantastic series there from University of Virginia, winning the series again 2-0 against Central Michigan University. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have been your colorcaster, Lombax Pieboy. Katz, do you have any final words?
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
All right, and here's the sponsored video from Plays.tv. This is some community spotlight here that we have done. If you would like to submit your own plays, you can do so in our Discord. We have that available for a plays submission chat. If you put your plays in there, you are likely to get in. Thanks again for everybody for watching, and we will return next week, I believe, for the final week. I can pull up the schedule here very quickly. It will be... All right. Next week will be week 7, the final week. We will end up with... I guess we haven't selected it for that week, so we will probably end up going with, I believe, University of Houston versus Central Michigan University. So Central Michigan University will have to look to redeem themselves next week against University of Houston. Same time, same place. We'll see you then. Enjoy the sponsored video.
been here before. Don't wanna draw any attention to all the crazy things that I shouldn't mention. Not really sure, but it feels like my feet